Well, I used to think they were good because I didn't know any better. So you don't know what you don't know. And I tried for the first couple of years. It's like, I'm pretty smart. I can figure this stuff out. Built myself a little website, um, did some pictures, a little bit of posting on Facebook and all that, but nobody came. Nobody came to my website. Nobody knocked on my office door. So I was paid rent for a really nice office, but no business. And finally, a fellow coach of mine who's in Canada, we were at a conference at a mastermind class, and I was asking her about her stuff and who she did it. And she told me about Susan at eVision. So checked her out and got some ideas. And even at first, she's like, well, we could put together a website, and we worked on our business name. So I totally changed my business name because nobody was resonating with the other thing. Hadn't really defined my target market. I just wanted to help everybody. And so Susan says, yeah, and if you want to help everybody, you're not going to help anybody because nobody hears you. So she spent time and, with her team figuring out who I was, who I really wanted to help. Kept having to bring me back and say, Katherine, this is what we're focusing on. But this is what we're going to focus on. When you get that running, then it doesn't mean you can't help those people, but you got to get successful here first. So she was really good at centering me. Well, all my social media, because I had no presence whatsoever. It was like, why do we need Instagram? Had no clue. And Twitter and cross posting and all that stuff. I mean, people weren't finding me because they didn't know about me. So even commenting on things, like Susan will, and her team will go out there and they'll do some comments for me on things that they think I should be commenting on, but I either haven't seen or haven't stopped for a minute to actually do. So basically it's the business. I mean, it thrives now, but prior to that, it was a lot of effort and not a lot of return. Well, number one, I think my confidence has grown, simply because I've got all the surroundings. I mean, I've got all the marketing materials. I mean, the street cred has been established. Susan helped me bring my language to the right place so that I wasn't talking corporate all the time, because a lot of small business owners, either they didn't come from corporate, so they don't understand the lingo, but also if they came from corporate, they came from corporate for a reason and started their own business. They don't want to be corporate. So she really helped me learn how to talk so that my customers would actually hear me and get the business. And that's an invaluable lesson. Because she does it all for me. Because she has all the people, all the right talent on her team. They meet with me, they learn my voice so they can actually write as if it were me. It sounds like me. And then go out and do all the research to, again, make it more valuable, because link out to different, periodicals or surveys or whatever, do research. That's just not anything I would ever do. It never would have happened. So I probably would have been out of business a long time ago had it not been for Susan and her team. Just probably number one, the regularity, knowing that you guys are always going to be there. You always do what it is you say you do. You don't overpromise or underdeliver. It's, if you said you're going to do something, it's done. It's not even a question. And the quality is always absolutely outstanding. So that's really made my life a whole lot easier. It's going to be around trust. Absolute trust. I've been with you, I think now for maybe like 5 years, maybe even a little bit longer. I've had many other people come to me and say, we'll do your social media, we'll build your website, we'll do your key, search, like your SEO, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, thanks. I've got it. I've got a team. I do all the time, and I did 2 last week. So I'm part of I'm a coach in another mastermind program as well. And I have referred to to you just last week, because it's like they, just like I did in the beginning, they're trying to do it all themselves, but they're also trying to run a business. And, one's a holistic doctor trying to grow her business. And so I told her about Susan. And then another one is a restaurant bar thing in Scottsdale, Arizona. And they've been around for 60 years, but they really need to grow because they're kind of stagnant. And it's like, they've already talked to Susan, so hopefully she'll be able to work with them. And I said, she's exactly what you need to grow that business. So yeah, no, I do all the time. I don't hate anything about you guys. I even like the exchange rate between the US and Canada. It's like, so no, I can't think of one thing that I dislike. Not one. They're very, very responsive, because I get busy. Again, I've got a lot of balls, I've got several different businesses, as you know. So during Christmas season, we were really sidetracked, with the other side, the other business. But you guys still keep me on track. And I mean, I couldn't recommend you any higher.